Hi, I'm Laura Oaks for Forever British Country. How are you doing?
I'm good, yeah, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Cool.
How long have you been writing and playing?
I feel like I've sang forever because my family are all singers and they play instruments and stuff. So I started off as a trumpet player, a very unsuccessful trumpet player when I was 10, and then picked guitar up because there was just guitars and mandolins round in the house when I was growing up. So I picked guitar up when I was about 14, which was kind of same time I was discovering country music for myself. And then writing kind of once I'd started learning how to play songs on guitar, I was like, oh, I could probably, like I know a few chords now, and just like very slowly started putting like bits and pieces together. So yeah, probably since about 14 or 15.
What got you into country music then?
It had always been around, but I didn't really in my family, but I didn't really realise that it was country. Like Crazy by Patsy Cline had always been a big song in like at family parties and in like our like family kind of household and stuff. But it was, I kind of discovered it for myself just from seeing Carrie Underwood on American Idol. And she was singing like Sim Wagon by the Dixie Chicks, and I was like, what is this? This is amazing. And thanks to good old YouTube, it kind of just spiraled really quickly.
If you had a house party or a dinner party, which musicians, 5 musicians, would you invite?
That's an amazing question.
And why?
Bonnie Raitt, because I just wanted to sing to everyone, because no one would say no to that. No one would be like, if you said, oh, Bonnie Raitt's going to sing to you, you would not be like, no, I'm okay. Like you'd say absolutely yes, please, all night. So Bonnie Raitt, Robbie McIntosh, who is just, I first saw him play with John Mayer, but he is like an incredible dobro player, incredible session guitarist. So him. Brad Paisley, obviously, because he's insane. Vince Gill as well. Bonnie Raitt and Vince Gill duetting. Like that.
Have you just made a new duo?
I hope so. Like maybe that's happened before. Maybe they've duetted before, but if they haven't, that should definitely happen. And one more person. My mum.
Your mum?
Yeah, because she literally could get any party started with like one song on the guitar. That would be a cracking party, those 5 people.
If you could take any well-known song then and put your own country twist on it, what would you do?
These are great questions.
Thanks. Not my questions, but
they're amazing. Well, we actually, when we do festivals, we've been doing it for about a year, and we're going to do it tonight. Actually, we do Grooves in the Heart by Delight.
Oh yeah, that's a quality
song. Just because it shouldn't be a country song. Like no one asked. That's the cover no one asked for, but got anyway. Like, but we had to pick another one like that we haven't already done. Literally all the songs have gone from my brain. We've just been listening to it on the way up, kind of because we had a 7.5 hour drive. Maybe a Disney song.
Yeah.
Maybe Go the Distance from Hercules. Turn that into a country song. I'm obviously really tired from driving.
So if you had the chance to perform anywhere in the world, any venue, which one would you pick?
That's an amazing question. It's so typical to say it, but it's sort of the only answer when you've been in love with country music for your whole life. Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
Has to be. Yeah,
Grand Ole Opry.
Hands down.
Final answer?
Final answer, yeah.
What's my favourite thing to do when you're not performing?
Favourite thing to do? Well, this kind of time of year, like, you've been travelling so much, so, like, your favourite thing to do is, like, do your washing. And,
do your washing.
Go to sleep early. Yeah. I'm just like, but, also recently got into playing. I'm so, like, I'm not boring. I'm just, it's not exactly rock and roll. I've been playing golf.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'll say playing golf. I've been to a driving range a few times. But I'm getting into it. I played golf a little bit when I was younger because my dad was into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, laundry and golf. That's
a good combination.
Rock and roll, isn't it? Wow. Could you just like overdub me saying something like really cool at that point?
Right.
That'd be great.
We'll try and fit that in. So what excites you the most about the British country music scene?
I think, well, there is one now, which is like I've been so excited about since it's been growing, and just the speed that it's growing at, like the fact that we're here today, and that this is just one of like maybe 10 festivals at least in this country now that you can pick from. Like when I first started gigging doing this when I was 16, like I would have never have thought, like 10 years ago, that I'd be, let alone have like one massive country festival to go to, let alone like I'd have to pick, like the last couple of years, like people have been having to choose because they couldn't go to, you know, Black Deer and Buckle and Boots were on the same weekend, or like something else on the same weekend as that. What an amazing problem to have. Like there's too much and you can't possibly go to all of it. I think that's the most exciting, and the quality of British talent that's coming out of the scene as well.
What do you think separates British country music from the American scene?
I think it's the fact, I think what really started connecting with people is that we're talking about stuff that relates to us as well. Like people can, country music, if you can relate to it, that's the main thing of it. Like people go, oh, that's how I feel. And I think it was when we started, like, I mean, not started, people have always talked about, like, you know, stuff that's massive to British audience, but like people singing about just everyday life, which is what country is, I think really resonates with people.
What's the most unusual gig that you've played?
I mean, pick one. Like, there's probably unusual.
Yeah. Whether it be the venue or the situation you found yourself in that like stands out the most. That's like the weirdest thing that's happened.
The weirdest thing
that you can say.
That I can say. I'm trying to filter through all the stuff that I probably shouldn't actually tell anyone. I've had some people fall over onto stage before. That was weird. Like just people join us on stage and like lying down. You're like, oh hi, should we carry on with you there, or do you want to stand back up again? Yeah, like you get used to it. It's been like, oh cool, someone's fallen over. Like when you're on tiny little stages that are on the floor, like set up in a corner somewhere. People are getting a bit too excited. I'm trying to think. There's probably, like, I mean, like, I'm a British country musician, so there's definitely been some interesting ones over the years. But I don't know. I can't pick one. Like, I think you end up in all these weird. You'd think weird, like, what's the weirdest gig you've ever done, or like the strangest gig? Like, you'd think that'd be a bad thing, but I think that's amazing. Like, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I can't think. I mean, this is pretty amazing. Like, we're in a ballroom in Blackpool. You'd have brought me to Blackpool when I was 8 years old and be like, you'll be playing country music in that ballroom one day. I've just been like, okay, yeah, cool. They're all, I mean, just the fact that British country music's a thing, I think is pretty unusual but amazing in itself, so let's go with that.
Okay. Where do you see British country music in 5 years' time?
Hopefully growing at the rate it's growing at now. It'd be great to have, I mean, we've had like loads of a good bit of chart success, like Lord Thomas had a #1 album a few years ago, and it'd be amazing to think that radio stayed behind it, that we had like a really amazing crossover, like
onto like mainstream radio.
Yeah, like mainstream radio starting to play country would be, and there's a bit of it, like it is happening. Yeah. But it'd be amazing for it to be like a real force kind of in the mainstream. But I think it's like, I just can't see it going anywhere. Like the people that know how amazing it is, like they're always going to know it's amazing, and it can only gain kind of momentum and people going, oh yeah, actually this is great. So hopefully it just carries on the way it's going.
What's your greatest musical achievement to date?
That's That's a good question as well. These are amazing questions. Greatest musical achievement, like the thing that sticks out of my head just because it's something that I grew up being like, oh, can you imagine if Bob Harris played me on the radio and even like said my name and even knew who I was. And like I did a Radio 2 live session a few years ago with him, and we've been to his house to do one of the Apple Tree sessions and stuff, and he's interviewed me live on Radio 2, and like even if he said my name on the radio, like that I think was kind of one of the biggest like pinch yourself moments, just because I'd like been like, oh my god, that would be amazing when I was growing up. So I'd say to date, that probably.
And where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at Laura Oakes Music on Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff.
No worries, cool. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
It's been good.
Thank you.
Cheers.